stumbled on Lord Erin's land, I heard the curlews cry. In misty early morning time, her beauty stirs my mind. And blackbirds scream from hedges green and call the sun to rise for you. Lovely lady, lovely lady of the earth. Like the wind she'll ride across these hills on her steed of silvery grey. Sometimes she'll stroll the old fair green, sometimes she'll look my way. Oh, why so dark and distant when I need your smile today? Lovely lady of the earth. She took her life one cold, cold night. The snow fell thick and fast. In written lines by her bedside was the story of her past. My prince took flight, the long years pass, and he never will return. Time will not heal the lady's heart, sweet lady of the earth.
All from Chinese together. Okay, thank you very much. More fluid.
Sometimes she'll stroll beyond fair green, sometimes she'll lit my way. Oh, why so dark and distant when I need your smile today? Lovely lady, lovely lady of the earth, lovely lady, lovely lady of the earth. Sometimes she'll stroll beyond fair green, sometimes she'll lit my way. Oh, why so dark and distant when I need your smile today? Lovely lady, lovely lady of the earth, lovely lady, lovely lady of the earth.
O'Reilly. On the left, Tommy Carlin. Half-back line on the right, Stephen McBreen. Centre half-back, Tom Traynor. On the left, Michael Baum. Centre field, very number 8, Terence McCabe. Very number 9, Colin McBreen. Half-forward line on the right, Liam Lynn. On the forward line, Terry McCordy. On the left, very number 17, Sarah Smith. Full forward line on the right, Harry Riley. Full forward, Peter Riley. And opposite the left, Raphael Rogers.
Good afternoon and welcome to Breffni Park for the Cavan Junior Football Championship Final. Both teams out on the field. Belturbet down here on our right. No changes from the programme. The team lines out as follows. In goal, Aaron Donoghue. Right cornerback, Rory Donoghue. Fullback, Mark Lawler. And left cornerback, Oliver Donoghue. Right halfback, Conor Walsh. Centre halfback, Paul Murphy. And left halfback, Brian Mulvaney. At midfield, captain of the side, wearing number 8, Don MacDonald. And number 9, Kieran McCaffrey. At right half forward, Gordon Hans. Centre half forward, Gavin Walsh. And left half forward, Ronan Minogue. At top of the right, Jason O'Reilly. Full forward, Barry Lawler. And left corner forward, Ian Gorby. Knockbride kicking around down here on our left at the town goal. They line out with one change. Dara Smith replacing Porrick Clark at left half forward. In goals, Jimmy Maguire. Right corner back and captain of the side, Ollie Mulvey. Fullback, Michael Riley. And left corner back, Tommy Carlin. At right half back, Stephen McBreen. Centre half back, Tom Traynor. And left half back, Michael Donoghue. At midfield, wearing number 8, Terence McCabe, and number 9, Colin McBreen. At right half forward, Liam Lynch. Centre half forward, Simon Axworthy. And wearing number 17, at left half forward, Dara Smith. At right corner forward, Larry Riley. Full forward, Peter Riley. And top of the left, Raphael Rogers. This game eagerly anticipated and awaited out round the county. Both teams have contested finals over the last couple of years. One of them is going to come out victors today. We'll wait and see whether it will be Knockbride or Belturbet. The Belturbet side down here on our right in the traditional huddle as they get their comradeship and the last minute plans together. A little talk there from Don MacDonald, the captain of the side, out in the centre of the park with the referee Noel McEnroe and his 2 linesmen, Tony McDonald from Killashandra and Jimmy Galligan from Killigary. Slight shower starting to come down now in Breffni Park. We've been having showers all morning. This one is going to be quite heavy. The tricolour on the far side of the field waving very strongly. It's blowing towards the scoreboard end of the field. So we could be in for a game of 2 halves with the wind having a very big effect on players and ball skill. Knockbride will be playing into the breeze in the first half. Jimmy Maguire making his way down to the scoreboard goals. So both sides taking up their positions. Good attendance here in the stand. It's packed to capacity with the inclement weather. All people making their way this side. A few braving the elements on the far side with the umbrellas. And the conditions will not be great for good football here in Breffni Park. See one switch already in the Knockbride team. As referee gets the game underway, he has awarded a free to Kieran McCaffrey for some pushing. The rain very heavy down there on the park at the moment. Peter Riley has switched out to centre half forward with Simon Axworthy going to the 40. Don MacDonald takes the free, plays it long into the corner, looking for Jason O'Reilly. He collects it. No, in fact, he's not able to keep it in play. The ball going out, carried by the breeze, out over the sideline, far side of the field. Line ball to Knockbride and Ollie Mulvey, captain of the side, to take it. Ollie kicks it right-footed into the breeze. Breaking in the centre of the park. First to react to the Belturbet men. It's cleared in the direction of goal flicked on by the full forward Barry Lawler, but the ball cleared out the field. Some late tackling going on there. Referee allows play go on. The roaming corner forward. Raphael Rogers has the ball. He's been hassled. He's been pulled there by Conor Walsh, and it's going to be a free in to Raphael Rogers. The referee telling them to bring the play forward. For some descent, low free from Raphael. Doesn't go quite where it's intended. It breaks back out to Simon Axworthy. The ball bobbing around there. It's the midfielder Kieran McCaffrey who collects it. He's fouled, and it's going to be a free to the Belturbet man in the centre half back position, just on the 45-metre line. Kieran McCaffrey's back up on his feet. The shower of rain has cleared off. The wind has died down slightly. Michael Riley out in front of Barry Lawler, but the ball breaks away from him. It goes to Ronan Minogue. Minogue with the ball on the 45-metre line. Plays it in, looking for Jason Riley. Riley slips the foothold in here. Very, very hard. Jason is adjudged to have overcarried the ball, and it's going to be a free out to the Knockbride men. So a heavy tackle there from one of the Belturbet players on the Knockbride cornerback as he went to collect the ball. His name being taken. That's the name of Barry Lawler. The free will be taken by the man who was fouled in that incident, Michael Riley. Michael, one of three Riley brothers on the team. Peter and Larry operating up on the full forward line. Michael Riley strikes the ball off the ground. Turns McCabe underneath it. Good fielding by McCabe. Loses control of the ball. The ball bobbing around. It's gone out there to the far side of the field. Stephen McBreen. It's bobbing around. Darius. Liam Lynch failing to get it up. It's cleared by Belturbet. Barry Lawler, his kick half blocked down. It's breaking in into the corner. Ian Gorby, he turns, kicks it right footed. He kicks it high. It goes out to the left and it goes wide. So Jimmy Maguire has placed the ball on the edge of the small parallelogram. The first time for him in the match so far today. The experienced Knockbride goalkeeper. Kicks it right footed, it's very low. It's going to break in the hands of Gordon Hands. Gordy chasing after it, collects it, plays it into Jason in the corner. He gets it up at the second attempt. It's kicked right footed, it's coming across goal. Ian Gorby has fouled Tommy Carlin in there, and it's going to be a free out to the Knockbride man. Played out quickly to Raphael Rogers. Rogers with pace on this wing, being tackled by Conor Walsh. Still Raphael. His kick blocked down by Walsh, and possession gained by the Belturbet man. He loses control of the ball, unable to get it up. It breaks back out to Kieran McCaffrey. It's now with the cornerback, Ollie Donoghue. He plays it in, looking for Barry Lawler. The ball has gone out to the right, and it's gone wide. Jimmy Maguire coming to take the kick. It's right footed. The breeze still blowing towards him. Breaks in the centre of the park. Down to Gavin Walsh. Walsh plays it into Barry Lawler. Lawler kicks it right footed. Look at Jason inside. Jason is through. Kicks it right footed. A good stop by Jimmy Maguire on the line. He goes back, retrieves the ball. Plays it out on the ground there to Michael Donoghue. Now in back to Stephen McBreen. McBreen gets it up and kicks it right footed. It goes out over the sideline. Line ball, far side of the field. Let off there for the Knockbride man. Jason Riley stealing in behind the defence, and Jimmy Maguire was equal to the task, got a hand to the ball and kept it out of the Knockbride goal. So as of yet, no score in this match after nearly 5 minutes of play. The line ball kicked high right across the goal. Tom Traynor going up for it, fails to get it up. The ball bobbing around on the ground, breaks back out. It's real scrappy stuff in there. It's a Knockbride player who has it coming out with it. He was fouled. That was Michael Riley. It's going to be a free out to the Knockbride men. Michael Riley, the young fullback, clears it out the far side of the field, looking for his brother Peter. Peter collects it. inside the Belturbet half of the field, soloing on the left boot, crosses the halfway line, is fouled, takes the free, right-footed into the open space. First to react is the Belturbet goalkeeper. He comes out to the 20-metre line, loses control of it. The ball bobbing around there. Goalkeeper chasing back to his line as the centre half back Paul Murphy collects it. He loses control of it. It's in the hands of Simon Axworthy. Axworthy plays it out to Larry. Larry is pulled down, head high tackle there at Larry Riley. And the referee, Noel McEnroe from the Munster Connacht Club, produces the notebook, and he is going to take the name of Gavin Walsh, or Conor Walsh rather. So Peter Riley with a scoring opportunity here for the Knockbride men. It's left-footed from Peter Riley. It's gone over the bar. The opening score at the Junior Football Championship final here in Breffni Park from the boot of Peter Riley. A 30-metre free. So Aaron Donoghue to take his first kick out from the 20-metre line. This one he kicks right-footed. Held on the halfway line by Liam Lynch. Lynch going soloing forward. Plays it looking for Rayfield Rogers. Cut out there by Conor Walsh. Conor Walsh coming away with it. This passes it in into the centre to Kieran McCaffrey. McCaffrey plays it back to Conor Walsh. Walsh still going forward. The wing half back loses control of the ball. It breaks now to Ronan Minogue. Minogue, this passes it out across looking for Barry Lawler, the full forward. Lawler turns, he kicks it right-footed, he kicks it high, it's gone out to the left and it's gone wide. Belturbet with 3 wides now in the first half. Knockbride with 1 score. Knockbride playing against a very stiff breeze here in Breffni Park. Oh, Jimmy Maguire places the ball on the edge of the small parallelogram. Two Knockbride players going up for it, breaks to Jason O'Reilly. Jason still going forward, hops it, fist passes it inside, and that's well cut out. It breaks to Barry Lawler, and Lawler kicks it right-footed and high over the bar. A vital interception there. It broke the momentum of the play by Michael Riley. Otherwise, the goal chance would have been there once again for the Belturbet men. Barry Lawler in behind the Knockbride defence. Michael Riley getting a vital touch to it. Play broke down, it broke back out to Lawler, and he kicked it right-footed over the bar. Jimmy Maguire makes his way to the 20-metre line. Maguire kicking it right-footed. This one crosses the halfway line. Good kicking out. Held in the centre of the field by Don McDonald. His kick blocked down. Breaks out to the wing half-back. That's Brian Mulvaney. Mulvaney going soloing forward. Kicks it right-footed, but referee Noel McEnroe judged that he took too many steps. It's going to be a free to the Knockbride men. Far side of the field, just inside the Knockbride half of the field. Peter Riley collecting the ball. Plays it back in the direction of Stephen McBreen. Take it quickly to Peter Riley on the ground. Peter soloing forward on the far side. He's pulled down. It's going to be a free to the Knockbride man. Some 30 metres from the Belturbet goal, about 5 metres in from the far sideline. Peter Riley to take it. The Knockbride full forward, now operating on the 40. Position which he plays with the Cavan senior county team. One of the rising young stars of Cavan football. Kicks this one left-footed. It's coming right across goal. It's gone out to the left and it's gone wide. Knockbride's first wide of the match. Belturbet with 3. The sides level on 1 point each after 10 minutes of play here in Breffni Park in the Meadowview Restaurant Junior Football Championship final. Aaron Donoghue places the ball on the edge of the small parallelogram for the first time in the game. Donoghue, The Cavan minor goalkeeper kicks this one right-footed, breaking out to the centre of the park, bobbing around out there. Flick back to Colin McBreen. McBreen kicks it right-footed, looking for Larry in the corner. Larry going soloing forward. He's on the 20-metre line. He's pushed from behind. But the referee allows play go on. A break into Larry. Larry is fouled, and it's going to be a free in to the young Knockbride corner forward. On the 13-metre line, he lays the ball down, and I'm sure it will be his brother Peter who will make his way out there to take the free. So Peter Riley places the ball on the 13-metre line, about 20 metres from the far side of the field. Peter Riley kicks it left-footed. He kicks it high. He kicks it over the bar. His second score of the game from a free kick. So Peter Riley with 2 points for Knockbride from frees, playing against the breeze in the first half towards the town goal. Knockbride lead by 2 points to 1 as Aaron Donoghue takes the free kick, or kick out from the 20-metre line. Right footer crosses the halfway line, broken by Terence McCabe. Dara Smith coming out to collect it. Dara, wearing number 17, going soloing towards goal, crosses the 45-metre line. He's pulled down, and it's going to be a free in to the young Knockbride man. And I'm sure Peter Riley it will be. He'll take it, yes indeed. Just inside the 45-metre line, about 41 metres from the Belturbet goal, slightly to the left of goal. It's well within the range of Peter Riley, but with the breeze today in Breffni Park, one can never tell. Peter Riley kicks it left-footed. He kicks it high. He kicks it good. His third score of the game. Knockbride's third score of the game. All of those coming from free kicks here in Breffni Park. Knockbride, they lead the junior championship final by 3 points to 1. The kick out by Aaron Donoghue. Out towards the halfway line, the ball breaking. First to react there is Colin McBreen. McBreen kicks it right-footed out the far side of the field, looking for Larry Riley. The chase is on with Oliver Donoghue. No, in fact, it's Rory Donoghue. The ball goes out over the sideline, far side of the field, off Larry Riley, and it will be a line ball to Belturbet. Taken quickly, right-footed. Ollie Mulvey pushed in the back. Jason Riley collects the breaking ball, plays it to the in-running Ronan Minogue. Minogue's kick blocked down there by Peter Riley. Peter Riley has some difficulty getting it up, gets it up the second time, plays it to Simon Axworthy. Good open football this. Rafael Rogers right now on the 45-metre line. Rafael Rogers is taken down on the 45-metre line. That's going to be a free into the Knockbride man. And he's leaving the ball down. And Peter Riley will take it just inside the 45-metre line. Terence McCabe coming out this side of the field, stand side, getting some attention from the Knockbride first aid team. Peter Riley stepping back from the ball. Referee Noah McEnroe asking the Belturbet player Don McDonald to come back a few paces more. That he does. Peter Riley strikes the ball. It's left-footed. This one's curling, but it's curling out to the right, and it's curling wide. Knockbride second wide. Belturbet with 3 wides. Knockbride, they lead this junior championship final by 3 points to 1. Terence McCabe still down injured. Looks like a knee injury. He has a strapping on his knee. Referee consults his linesman as to what happened. The linesman says there was nothing in it. Terence McCabe, the big midfielder. Such a powerhouse in the centre of the park for Knockbride. It would be a big blow to their chances today if he had to retire injured. Oh, Terence is back up on his feet. Pulls up the knee bandage. He's limping very gingerly on that left leg. as Aaron Donoghue prepares to take the kick out. Kick out the far side of the field. A push in the back there on Liam Lynch, far side of the field. Terence McCabe is indicating to the bench that he is unable to continue. That's going to be a big blow to Knockbride's chances. Terence McCabe makes his way to the dugout. And number 12 enters into the fray. That looks very like Porrick Clark. Yes, indeed, Porrick Clark coming in. It'll be interesting to see what the Porrick Clark entering into the fray. He will probably just slot straight in at the centre of the park as Peter Riley prepares to take the free kick far side of the field, about 48 metres from the Belturbet goal. The angle will suit the left-footed player. Peter Riley drives it, it's going to drop low, break it in behind. Liam Lynch feeds it back out to Larry. Larry goes round two players and kicks it right-footed. Held in there by the centre half-back, Paul Murphy. Murphy breaks his way out and kicks it right-footed, long and down into the open space. Chasing after it there is Stephen McBreen. The ball breaking, bobbing around. Peter Riley collects it. A low tackle on the ground there on Peter Riley by Ronan Minogue. Peter Riley still on the ground, back up on his knees. So a severe booking there for Ronan Minogue. Oh, 18 minutes having elapsed here in the first half of this junior championship final. Raphael Rogers takes the free, right-footed, looking for Simon Axworthy. Two Knockbride players going for it. Axworthy collects it, plays it out to Porrick Clark. On the left foot from Porrick Clark, it's going out to the left. It went off the Belturbet player, got out for a 45-metre kick. The umpire very quick to spot that down there. And Jimmy Galligan, the linesman on this side of the field, makes his way in to mark the spot where the 45 shall be taken from. Oh, Peter Riley places the ball for the 45-metre kick. Silence falling over the stand here as Peter Riley prepares to take the kick. He's coming running up to it, kicks it left-footed. It's high from Peter Riley. It's good from Peter Riley. His fourth score of the game. Knockbride's fourth score of the game. Three of those coming from free kicks, the other from a 45. And Knockbride lead this Meadowview Junior Championship football final by 4 points to 1 after 19 minutes of play here in Breffni Park. Aaron Donoghue kicks it, it's very high, dropping across the halfway line, breaks down to Conor Walsh, the wing halfback. He turns, kicks it right footed out this side of the field. It's going to come down close to the line. Chasing under it there is Ollie Mulvey. The ball breaking away from Mulvey. He gets it at the second attempt. The ball has gone out over the end line and it's going to be a 45-metre kick to Belturbet. Out here, very close to the sideline, stand side of the field. And Jimmy Galligan once again marks the place. So it's Conor Walsh, the wing halfback, wearing number 5 to take the kick. The man with the blue shorts. Kicks it right-footed. It's floating in towards goal. Barry Lawler gets a touch on it. Breaks to the centre half forward. That's Cavan Walsh. He's put it over the bar. His first score of the game. Belturbet second. And just 2 points between the sides. Both Belturbet scores coming from play All of Knockbride's scores have come from the boot of Peter Riley from place ball. Jimmy Maguire places the ball his second time in the game on the 20-metre line. Maguire kicks it right-footed out to the centre of the park. Ball held there by the centre half back, Paul Murphy for Belturbet. He's fouled, takes the free, kicks it, looking for Jason. Jason out in front of his marker, collects it, the tangle, the player's ball on the ground. Referee is going to award a free to Belturbets, are holding the ball on the ground by the cornerback, Ollie Mulvey. The Knockbride player, or Belturbet player, is down injured. Two Belturbet players clashing as they went for the ball. One of those was Jason Riley. Not quite sure who the injured player is. More than likely Ian Gorby, the other corner forward. In fact, that's who it is. Don McDonnell with the ball under his arm, captain of the Belturbet side. He will be taking the free, a chance to reduce the deficit to just 1 point. So Ian Gorby back up on his feet and okay. Don McDonnell has placed the ball. It's about 25 metres from the Knockbride goal, slightly to the left, a right-footed kicker. And this one will suit Don McDonnell, kicking with the aid of the breeze. McDonnell kicks it right-footed, he kicks it high, and there's just 1 point between the sides. Four points to 3, with 23 minutes of the first half having elapsed in this Cavan Junior Football Championship final between Belturbet and Knockbride. Knockbride hoping to emulate their near neighbours, Billabor Shamrocks, who lifted the Cavan Senior Football title here 2 weeks ago. And Jimmy Maguire to take the kick out, right-footed. Underneath it, far side of the field is Colin McBreen. The ball breaks away from him, goes to Brian Mulvaney. Mulvaney's kick half blocked down, breaks back to the centre half forward, Gavin Walsh. Walsh plays it to Mulvaney, and Mulvaney kicks it left-footed high up in the air, but the referee adjudges that the ball had gone out over the sideline, far side of the field, and a line ball to Knockbride. Tom Traynor makes his way over there, the centre half-back of the Knockbride side. Was an injury doubt over Tom during the week with some rib trouble. The cornerback comes out and collects it. That's Rory Donoghue. Rory kicks it out this side of the field. Chases on over here between Gordy Hands, and it breaks down now to Conor Walsh. Conor Walsh, the attacking wing half-back, coming away with it. Gets it to the centre half-back, Paul McDonnell. Plays it to Barry Lawler. Looking for Gordy Hands inside, but the man there is Tommy Carlin. He collects it, plays it out to Rafier Rogers. Rafier Rogers, the corner forward, going way back down the field. He kicks it right-footed over the far side of the field. Colin McBreen collects it for Knockbride. He comes down with the ball, is on his knees, hops it, and the referee is adjudged he has over-carried the ball, and it's going to be a free in to Belturbet. So Don McDonnell to take the free kick, about 30 metres from the Knockbride goal, well out to the left-hand side, well within Don's range. This one to tie up the match, and tie up the match he does. His second score from a free kick within the last 5 minutes. 5 minutes of the first half remaining here in Breffni Park. But Jimmy Maguire takes his fourth kick out from the 20-metre line. The sides level in the Junior Football Championship final, 4 points each. All of Knockbride's scores coming from the boot of Peter Riley. Don McDonnell scoring the last 2 frees there for Belturbet. Gavin Walsh and Barry Lawler having scored 2 from play earlier on. Jimmy Maguire coming with a long race up to this kick out, kicking into the breeze. It's right-footed, rising and going high out the field. Held on the halfway line by Paul McDonnell, the centre half-back. He's coming into the centre of the park. That's Jason Riley with the ball. Goes round Ollie Mulvey as the judge there stepped out over the sideline, and it's going to be a line ball to the Knockbride men, and Ollie Mulvey to take it. Mulvey, right-footed into the centre. The ball breaking across everybody's hands. It goes to Rory Donoghue. Rory with the ball, the number 2. He's adjudged to have been pushed by Larry Riley, and it's going to be a free out to the cornerback. Kick by Oliver Donoghue up the field. It goes to Don McDonnell. He kicks it right-footed into the corner. Is adjudged to have been fouled before he done so, and the referee has awarded a free to the Belturbet men just outside the 45-metre line. It will be Don McDonnell to take it. Don McDonnell's kick is right-footed, goes out to the right and out wide, and that's squandering possession by the Belturbet men. 4 wides for Belturbet in the first half, 2 for Knockbride, the sides level as we approach the half-time whistle here in Breffni Park. Jimmy Maguire kicks out down this side of the field. It's very low. Ball breaking back in the heart of the defence. Michael Riley gets control of it, gets it up. He's on his knees in there, gets up on his feet and plays it out in the direction of Raphael Rogers. Goes to Jason O'Reilly. Young Jason plays it out to Gordy Hands. The ball flicked back into the path of Jason Riley. Goes soloing through and he kicks it left-footed. He kicks it high. And Belturbet go into the lead in the Junior Football Championship final at Breffni Park for the first time in the game, with 2 minutes of the first half remaining. Jason O'Reilly, he's causing problems in there for the Knockbride defence. A young, tricky player with good ball skills, kicking that one left-footed and high over the bar. The kick out to the centre of the park. Don McDonnell with it, plays it to Mulvaney. Bryan kicks it right-footed, high in the direction of goal. It breaks again in the direction of Gordy Hands. Hands, the wing half forward, solos, turns onto the left boot. He kicks it left-footed, he kicks it high, he kicks it over the bar, and Belturbet are 2 points to the good in Breffni Park. Oh, Jimmy Maguire making his way to the 20-metre line. He's been kicking into the breeze here in the first half. This will be his 9th kick out. 4 of those were from wides from the edge of the small parallelogram. 5 from the 20-metre line. This one's from the 20-metre line. It's kicked high out into the centre of the park. Flicked on by Simon Axworthy. Was collected there by Brian Mulvaney. Mulvaney, the wing half-back, is fouled, and it's going to be a free to the Belturbet man just inside his own half of the field. Don McDonnell, the captain of the Belturbet team, settles the thing down, picks the ball in his hand and kicks it right-footed into the corner, looking for Ian Gorby. The ball breaks away from him. Michael Riley gets it up for Knockbride. He's fouled, and it's going to be a free out to the Knockbride fullback. He places the ball on the ground. It's kicked long across the halfway line. Held there by Don McDonnell. Belturbet dominating the centre of the field since Terence McCabe has gone off. It's now a Conor Walsh. Walsh playing it, looking at Jason. Jason collects it on the 45-metre line, loses control of it, and Ali Mulvey comes out of it, plays it to Raphael Rogers. Raphael Rogers to Peter Riley. Peter Riley on the 45-metre line, goes around his marker. He's 30 metres from goal. He's on the 20-metre line. He's grounded on the 20-metre line. The referee waves play on. He flicks it in into the middle to Colin McBreen. McBreen hops it, plays it back out to Simon Axworthy. Axworthy in space, kicks it right-footed. He kicks it high, he kicks it over the bar. That's Knockbride's first score from play, and a vital one before half-time to reduce the deficit to 1 point. Just over half a minute of normal time remaining in the first half. That could be a vital score for Knockbride just before the break. from the boot of Simon Axworthy. Their first score from play. Jason Riley comes with the kick out, right-footed, crosses way out across the halfway line. It's flicked on, it goes to Barry Lawler. Barry Lawler, the full forward, looking for Gordy Hands. That's cut out there by the wing half-back, Michael Donoghue. Michael Donoghue was fouled as he played the ball, and it's going to be a free out to the Knockbride men. It looks like Tommy Carlin. No, he's leaving it instead to Michael O'Reilly. Michael Riley, the full-back. Ian Gorby is down injured again. The referee calling in the Belturbet medical team to render some first aid to the injured player. One minute of injury time already elapsed here in the first half of this Junior Football Championship final in Breffni Park. Belturbet the lead by 6 points to 5. They've been playing with a stiff breeze in the first half. As Michael Riley prepares to take the kick out, or the free kick rather, from the 20-metre line. It's left-footed. This one crosses the halfway line. It breaks down. The full-back goes up and collects it. That's Mark Lawler. Plays it out to Mulvaney. Mulvaney finds Don McDonald. The ball kicked long in. The man there is the full-back for Knockbride. That's Michael Riley. He plays it out to Peter. Peter comes and kicks it left-footed long up the field as the referee blows the half-time whistle here in Breffni Park. An exciting and entertaining Junior Football Championship final here in Breffni Park. Belturbet playing with a strong breeze in the first half. They lead by that 1 point, 6 points to 5. They would have been hoping to have a bigger lead amassed with the aid of the breeze. They kicked 4 wides in the first half. Some of those were easy enough. Knockbride kept in touch all the way by Peter Riley. 4 scores from free kicks. They've kicked 2 wide. Simon Axworthy with a point just before half time from play to bring it back to a 1 point deficit. A Knockbride player down injured out there in the centre of the park at the moment. That looks like Colin McBreen, the midfielder. He's up on his feet and able to walk off the field. Half time score, Belturbet 0-6, Knockbride 0-5. Both sides back out on the field for the commencement of the second half of the Junior Football Championship final. One change on the Belturbet team. Garrett McHenry has joined the fray in attack as Colin McBreen plays the ball long down in the direction of Larry Riley. Larry Riley is hauled to the ground there by the cornerback Rory Donoghue, and it's going to be a free in to the Knockbride men. Slightly to the right of goal, about 38 metres out. And Peter Riley is placing the ball just outside the exclusion zone. So Peter Riley, number 14, operating as centre half forward to take the kick. Steadying himself, looking up at the post. As he approaches the ball, strikes it left-footed, he strikes it high. It's gone all the way over the bar from the boot of Peter Riley. So Garrett McHenry there, confirmation of that over the PA system, has replaced Ian Gorby. Ian got a couple of knocks in the first half. Must have felt that he was unable to continue the second half as Aaron Donoghue places the ball on the 20-metre line. The sides are all square here in Breffni Park after 1 minute of the second half. Donoghue kicks it right-footed, high out the far side of the field. Underneath it is Colin McBreen. No, in fact, it's Porrick Clark. The referee is going to throw up the ball. No, in fact, he's given a free to Belturbet, and Don McDonald is the man who's going to take it. McDonald takes it low to Cavan Walsh. Walsh solos round one man. Still Cavan Walsh going through. He kicks it right-footed. He kicks it high. It's flicked over the bar there by the Knockbride goalkeeper, Jimmy Maguire. Cavan Walsh, his second score of the game, and first Belturbet score of the second half. They go back into a 1 point lead. 7 points for Belturbet, 6 points for Knockbride. And Jimmy Maguire places the ball outside the 20-metre line. The kick out by Maguire out the far side of the field. The ball breaking into the hands of Porrick Clark. He kicks it left-footed. Looking for Larry in the full forward line. Larry collects it, turns, kicks it left-footed, kicks it high. His first score of the game. And the side are level yet again in Breffni Park. Larry, one of the favourites with the Knockbride crowd, has turned and kicked that one with the left peg high and over the bar. Knockbride 7 points, Belturbet 7 points, and Aaron Donoghue makes his way to the 20-metre line with the ball. Aaron Donoghue kicking into a stiff breeze here in the second half. The kick out held in the centre half back position by Tom Traynor. Traynor is fouled and it's going to be a free to the Knockbride man. Good play by the experienced centre half back. He kicks it right footed. Look at Larry, but Rory Donoghue's out in front. Collects the ball and kicks it right footed, long and high, out the far side of the field, going close to the sideline. Jason keeps it in play, fails to get it up, gets it up at the second attempt, being pulled down over there by the quarterback Ali Mulvey, and it's going to be a free into Belturbet. Jason dropping the ball, and Conor Walsh, the wing half back, comes up to take it just on the 45-metre line. Walsh kicks it right footed in the direction of goal. Ball bobbing around, breaks to Jason, and the ball's in the back of the net. Jason O'Reilly. If Jason Sherlock can do it for Dublin, so can Jason O'Reilly for Belturbet. The vital goal at the vital time. The ball deceived everybody, broke in behind. Walsh collected, or O'Reilly collected and kicked it left-footed into the top corner of the net. Belturbet player down injured there. That's full forward Barry Lawler. The referee gone in to consult his 2 umpires. Referee making his way back out the field to the injured player. Referee telling him to get up on his feet. Jimmy Maguire's kick out through the centre. Breaks to Simon Axworthy. Axworthy laying it off. Look at Liam Lynch. The ball cut out there by Conor Walsh. Conor Walsh coming out. The ball breaks to Liam Lynch. Lynch on the ground. Gets up. Loses control of the ball. Fists it out to Peter Riley. Peter Riley going busting through. He's on the 20-metre line. He's pulled down, and it's going to be a free in to the Knockbride man. 1 goal and 7 for Belturbet. 7 points for Knockbride. And the referee is warning the centre half back, Paul Murphy. He's going to have to stop the pulling and dragging. Larry Riley to take the free. It's right footed from Larry. Held on the line there by Aaron Donoghue. The ball not rising sufficiently. Comes out this side of the field. The substitute, Garrett McHenry, going for it. He carries the ball out over the sideline. Line ball for Knockbride. And that will be taken by Tommy Carlin. No, in fact, he's leaving it instead to Tom Traynor. Now Peter Riley's making his way all the way out to take it. Peter will be kicking this with the left foot with the aid of the breeze from the hands. Peter Riley kicks it left-footed. He kicks it high. It's going all the way over the bar. That's a magnificent score from Peter Riley. Along the sideline, on the 45-metre line. He struck it left-footed. He struck it high. And there's just 1 point between the sides yet again here in Breffni Park. Oh, 2 points between the sides. Knockbride 8. Belturbet 1-7. That's a total of 10. The ball breaking, bobbing around. It breaks to the wing halfback. That's Stephen McBreen. He's fouled, and it's going to be a free to the Knockbride men and Tom Traynor to take it. Tom Traynor leaving it down. Peter Riley coming out to take it. This one must be some 60 metres, maybe 65 metres from the Belturbet goal. It's going to drop a little bit short. Two Belturbet players go up for it. Breaks to Simon Axworthy to Larry. Larry solos the ball on the 13-metre line. He's been pulled and dragged yet again, and the referee is calling the cornerback, number 2, Rory Donoghue, on side. And he's going to put his name into that little notebook. Referee Noel McEnroe from the Muncher Connacht Club says he's going to have no more of that pulling and dragging. And Peter Riley will take the resultant free kick. This one to leave just 1 point between the sides. Peter Riley kicks it left-footed. It comes off the upright and high over the bar. One point between the sides. 9 points for Knockbride. 1 goal and 7, a total of 10. With 8 minutes of the second half having elapsed in this Meadowview Junior Football Championship final. Aaron Donoghue kicks it out into the centre of the park. The ball breaks down to Simon Axworthy. Axworthy plays it looking for Raphael Rogers in space on the far side. Rogers collects it, gets it the second attempt on the 20-metre line. Goes round his marker, Ali Donoghue. The ball breaks away from him. Bobbing around, chasing after his Rory Donoghue. He collects it, kicks it left-footed out into the centre. Paul Murphy going for it. The centre half back collects it. Still Paul Murphy with the ball coming, soloing out of the defence. He's soloing. Fist pass it back to Don Mulholland in the centre of the park. Mulholland kicks it left-footed up the far side of the field, and it's caught out by Ali Mulvey. Mulvey turns and kicks it right-footed long and high down the field. Ball breaking, goes out to Dara Smith. Dara is being pulled, and the referee has awarded a free in to the young Knockbride man. And the referee is booking Kieran McCaffrey for deliberate pulling and dragging over there on the far side of the field. No, in fact, it's Oliver Donoghue, the cornerback, who's been booked. Peter Riley to take the resultant free kick. It's left-footed from Peter. It's high from Peter. It's gone out to the left and it's gone wide. Knockbride's first wide of the second half. They're playing with the breeze in the second half towards the scoreboard end of the pitch here in Breffni Park. The tricolour fluttering and blowing in that direction on the far side of the field. As Aaron Donoghue places the ball on the 20-metre line. In fact, he's making his way back in now to the edge of the small parallelogram. The ball haven't gone wide. The kick out will be from the edge of the small parallelogram. Donoghue kicks it right-footed. It's high. It's held in the centre of the park there by Porrick Clark. He plays it to Raphael. Raphael Rogers going through. He kicks it right-footed. He kicks it high. It's gone out to the right and it's gone wide. A good spell this for Knockbride after conceding the goal. They're back in the game, just 1 point between the sides. And they're playing and dominating the proceedings at the moment. As Aaron Donoghue prepares to take the kick out, it's right-footed. Don McDonald's underneath it. Good fetching by the midfielder. Loses control of it. Goes to Brian Mulvaney. Mulvaney kicks it left-footed into the centre. It goes to Jason. Jason Riley, the goal scorer. Turns. He kicks it right-footed. He kicks it high. It's got out to the left and it's gone wide. Every time that Jason O'Reilly gets that ball in there in the Belturbet forward line, there's always that sigh of expectation from the crowd in the stand here in Breffni Park. Jimmy Maguire preparing to take the kick out from the edge of the small parallelogram. Maguire kicks it right-footed out into the centre of the park. The ball breaking, bobbing around. Gordon Hands collects it, touches the ball on the ground. The referee has awarded a free. Tom Traynor to take it. Tom kicks it right-footed, very high. That's a backs ball all the way. There's two Belturbet backs underneath it. One of those is the full-back, Mark Lawler. He's fouled and it's going to be a free out to the Belturbet men. Mark Lawler takes the free kick himself just behind the 45-metre line, goes to far side of the field looking for Gordy hands. Gordy collects it, fist pass it in looking for Jason O'Reilly loses control of the ball, gets out the second attempt, bursts round the tackle of Ollie Mulvey, plays it to Barry Lawler, back to Jason, and Jason kicks it left footed into the back of the net, and that's a superb goal by Jason O'Reilly. He was involved in the move all the way down the far side of the field. It went round Ollie Mulvey, sustained a heavy tackle, give the ball to Mark Lawler, or Barry Lawler at full forward, took the return pass and kicked low to the left of Jimmy Maguire, giving Maguire no chance in the Knockbride goal. 2 goals and 7 points for Belturbet, 9 points for Knockbride. The kick out to the centre of the park. Conor Walsh plays it out this side of the field, looking for Garrett McHenry. The ball breaks in behind everybody. Tommy Carlin collects it, he's fouled, and it's going to be a free to. Going to be a free to the Knockbride man. A little bit of an altercation there between both sides. The Arva players making their way in along the sideline here to tug out for the intermediate final in a few moments' time. The held by Liam Lynch down here for Knockbride. He hops the ball, turns and kicks it right-footed, and that's only straight in as far as the full-back Mark Lawler. Lawler kicks it right-footed down the field looking for the brother Barry. The ball breaks away from Barry. It goes to Tom Traynor. Traynor is fouled. There's going to be a free to the Knockbride centre half-back. Leads the ball to Peter Riley. 13 points is the total for Belturbet, 9 for Knockbride, 4 points between the sides. A high left-footed kick from Peter Riley. It's high, it's long, and it's gone over the bar. A great score from Peter Riley. Just 3 points between the sides again. 10 points for Knockbride, 2 goals and 7 for Belturbet. That's a total of 13. Aaron Donohue's kick out, right-footed, crosses the halfway line. They're very long into the breeze. The ball breaking, goes to Ronan Minogue, gun busted through the middle to Don McDonald. McDonald kicks it left-footed, he kicks it high, it goes out to the left and it goes wide, and that was a good opportunity for the Belturbet man. Jimmy Maguire's kick out towards the centre of the park. The ball breaks down to Stevie McBreen. He plays it down the field to the on-mark Simon Axworthy. Axworthy on the halfway line, plays it looking for Larry. Larry goes to it, collects it. Still Larry with the ball, takes on his marker. He's on the 20-metre line, he's on the 13. He kicks it right-footed, he kicks it high. It goes out to the right and it goes wide. Larry, a great buzz from the Knockbride crowd every time he gets the ball. He ran himself very much into the corner and kicked it right-footed. It went to the right and it went wide. 2 wides for Knockbride in the second half. Belturbet with 1. Belturbet have scored those 2 goals and a point. There are 2 goals coming from Jason O'Reilly. Trainer with the ball on the halfway line for Knockbride. He kicks it right-footed, pumps it high in. Larry's underneath it, but so is Rory Donoghue, and he kicks it right-footed out the far side of the field. He's looking for Gordy Hands. The ball breaks away from Hands, goes to Tom Traynor with it for Knockbride. He solos, hops it, and goes round 2 markers and kicks it left-footed in the direction of Simon Axworthy. Axworthy flicks the ball in behind, but back there to collect it is Ollie Donoghue. Ollie out to the centre half forward, Gavin Walsh. He plays it up looking for Garrett McHenry. McHenry with the ball. He kicks it right-footed, breaks into the centre of the park to Peter Riley. Peter Riley going soloing forward. Still Peter Riley with the ball. He's been pulled. The referee allows the advantage. He kicks it right-footed out this side of the field looking for Larry. Larry collects it. Will he turn inside? He's going for goal. He's on the 13-metre line. It's only kicks left-footed. He kicks it high. It goes out to the left and it goes wide. Another bad miss for the Knockbride men. They need to be converting some of those scores. Just 3 points between the sides. 10 for Knockbride. 2 goals and 7 for Belturbet. That's a total of 13. 3 points between the sides. 16 minutes of the second half of the Junior Football Championship final in Breffni Park having elapsed. Knockbride, they're playing with the breeze towards the scoreboard end as Aaron Donoghue takes the kick out. It's right-footed, high into the centre of the park. Held over there by Gordy Hands. The ball breaks away from him. It's with Michael Donoghue. This pass, referee judged us that the Knockbride player was being held as Knockbride in. Bring on another substitute. That's number 19. That's Andy Donoghue is entering the fray. Andy Donoghue goes in, not quite sure who's coming off. Looks like Dara Smith, maybe, yes, Dara Smith who's coming off. Andy Donoghue's gone in a corner forward. The kick high into the centre. Brian Mulvaney coming out with it for Belturbet. Loses control of it. Picks it up on the ground. Referee doesn't see it. It breaks out to Gavin Walsh. Gavin Walsh plays it across the field. It's with Liam Lynch. Liam Lynch is ball blocked down. Breaks out this side of the field. Garrett McHenry. McHenry with it. Still McHenry kicks it right footed into the open space. Ollie Mulvey going for it. Ollie Mulvey beats Jason. Ollie comes out with the ball. Is pulled from behind and it's going to be a free out to the Knockbride man. Ollie Mulvey kicks it right footed out this side of the field. The ball breaking off the Belturbet player. Gone out over the sideline and it's a line ball to Knockbride. Taken quickly by Porrick Clark. High in the direction of Peter Riley. No, in fact it was Simon Axworthy. Breaks away from him and Kieran McCaffrey plays it up the field. He gets it to Mark Lawler. Mark Lawler playing it inside. Jason and Ollie. Jimmy Maguire advances off the line. The ball breaks to Maguire. Maguire comes out of it and kicks it right footed over the far side of the field. Liam Lynch and Andy Donoghue going for it. Andy Donoghue collects it. Andy, the substitute, has come in. He is pulled down and it's going to be a free. Line ball played long up the field looking for Simon Axworthy. Linesman this side is flagging about something, not quite sure what, as the ball breaks back across the centre of the park. Breaking in to Garrett McHenry. McHenry plays the ball further in the field. Peter Riley going for it. He collects it. No, in fact, it's Michael Riley. He was fouled, the fullback. The referee weighs on play. Kicks it left-footed and high over the far side of the field. Chasing after his Simon Axworthy. Axworthy collects it for Knockbride. Loses control of it. Slips. The ball goes out over the sideline, far side of the field. Line ball to referee's attention being drawn to the linesman's flagging on this side of the field by one of his umpires. He makes his way out to speak to linesman Tony McDonnell. Referee making his way back onto the field, going for the notebook, not quite sure who he's looking for. He's telling Peter Riley to take his time. Referee speaking to the centre field man, Don McDonnell. So Peter Riley to come with the free kick far side of the field. It's left footed from Peter Riley, goes out to the left and it goes wide. 4 wides for Knockbride in the second half. 1 for Belturbet. Belturbet they lead by 3 points, 2 goals at 7, a total of 13 points for Belturbet, 10 points for Knockbride. With just 10 minutes of the second half of this Junior Football Championship final remaining here in Park Breffni O'Reilly. The kick out to the centre of the park. Don McDonald goes up, breaks it down to Kieran Conor Walsh. It breaks out to Stevie McBreen. It's played up the field. The ball breaks. Underneath is Brian Mulvaney. And he kicks it left-footed, long and high down the field. Tommy Carlin underneath it. He fist passes it to Michael Riley. Michael Riley with the ball. Takes the challenge of Barry Lawler and plays it out the far side of the field as Michael Donoghue. Michael Donoghue, the wing half-back, plays it to Andy Donoghue. The ball breaks away from Andy, goes out over the sideline, line ball, far side of the field. That will be a line ball to the Knockbride man. Knockbride player down injured in the centre of the park. Some medical attention being sought for him. Not quite sure it is as of yet. The line ball taken down in the far side of the field. Liam Lynch with it. Lynch kick half blocked down. Breaks. The referee awards a free in for some stamping there. Blocking with the boot against Gavin Walsh. Peter Riley is the man who's going to take the free. About 25 metres from the 30 metres from the 25 or 30 metres from the Belturbet goal, slightly to the left, and Peter Riley to take the free. Peter kicks it left-footed, he kicks it high, he kicks it over the bar, and the boot of Peter Riley. Nine points of the Knockbride total has come from the boot of Peter Riley in this match today. Somewhat like Peter Cavan last Sunday, as Aaron Donoghue takes the kick out. It's right-footed, high, out, crosses the halfway line. Great kicking out against the breeze. The ball breaking in the centre of the park. Referee adjudges that Barry Lawler was fouled as he went for the ball. It's going to be a free in to the Belturbet men. Don McDonald to take it. 2 points between the sides, 11 points for Knockbride, 2 goals and 7 for Belturbet. Don McDonald to take the free kick about 50 metres from the Knockbride goal, dropping short, bobbing around in there, the ball on the ground. Not quite sure what's happening. A melee of players chasing after it. It's still moving around. Referee judges that the ball was picked off the ground and it's going to be a free out to the Knockbride men. Michael Riley to take it, kicks it left-footed, high out this side of the field. The ball held there by Liam Lynch. Lynch loses control of it, knocked away from him by Brian Mulvaney. It breaks out into the centre of the park, pulled on there by Gordy Hands. The ball with Michael Donoghue, loses control of it momentarily, gets it back to Tommy Carlin. He kicks it right-footed out this side of the field. Chasing after his Stevie McBreen, collects it and kicks it right-footed up the field. The ball held there by Rory Donoghue. Rory coming out with it is fouled. It's going to be a free out to the Belturbet man. Good fielding there and quick free. Taken as far as Conor Walsh. Conor Walsh, the wing half back, comes out, kicks it right-footed down this side of the field. The ball breaking in behind everybody. Michael Riley collects it. Michael comes out round this marker, is fouled. It's going to be a free out to the Knockbride man. Take it left-footed up this side of the field, looking for Larry. Larry wasn't ready. Rory Donoghue was. He collects it and plays it off to Ronan Minogue. Minogue kicks it right-footed into the corner. Chasing back after it there is Ollie Mulvey. But the man who gets it is Henry. Henry, the substitute. His kick blocked down there by Jimmy Maguire. And the ball back now with Jason. Jason has it on the 13-metre line. Still Jason. He's adjudged to have been pulled down, and it's a free in to the young Belturbet man on the 13-metre line. And a very good chance there for Belturbet to put the game beyond the reach of Knockbride when Garrett McHenry broke behind the defence. His shot smothered by Jimmy Maguire as Jason O'Reilly kicks that ball high and over the bar from the resultant free kick. Five minutes of normal time remaining here in this Junior Championship final in Breffney Park. Jimmy Maguire places the ball just outside the 20-metre line. He's kicking with the aid of the breeze in the second half. Knockbride, I feel they're going to need the goal if they're to get back into this game. 3 points between the sides. Kicked out the far side of the field. Broken down there into the path of Tom Traynor. Tom Traynor on the ground. Loses control of it. The ball bobbing around over there. Breaks back out as far as Michael Donoghue. Michael Donoghue was fouled as he went to pick the ball up, and it's going to be a free out to the Knockbride man. Ollie Mulvey to take it. Kicks it right-footed out to Andy Donoghue. Andy with the ball. Kicks it right-footed into the corner. Chasing after it now is Peter Riley. Peter Riley keeps the ball in play. Turns round his marker. Gets the ball up. Still Peter Riley is fouled. It's going to be a free in to the young Knockbride man on the 13-metre line. Peter Riley taking it free, back out as far as Colin McBreen, the midfielder, kicks it right-footed, kicks it high, it's drifting out to the right and it's drifted wide. 5 wides for Knockbride in the second half, 1 for Belturbet. Knockbride playing with the aid of the breeze, they trail by 3 points, 11 points for Knockbride, 2 goals and 8 for Belturbet, that's a total of 14 points. Aaron Donohue's kick out high, Brown out the far side of the field. Underneath is Michael Donoghue for Knockbride. He collects it, fist passes it out as far as Rayfield Rogers. Rayfield turns and kicks it right-footed over this side of the field, looking for Larry. Rory Donoghue gets a touch on it, and it's played out down this side of the field as far as Garrett McHenry. McHenry with the ball, soloing, playing it to Brian Mulvaney. Mulvaney kicks it left-footed in the open space. Jimmy Maguire is out off the line, comes out round the marker, and comes soloing forward on the 20-metre line. He launches it down the field. It's held there by Oliver Donoghue for Belturbet. Still Oliver Donoghue with the ball. He loses control of it. It breaks to Michael Donoghue. He plays it long up the field, looking for Simon Axworthy. Axworthy collects it, kicks it right-footed. This ball coming right across the field. Two Belturbet players got up for it. Breaks back down to Kieran McCaffrey. His kick blocked down. Two Knockbride players going for it. Breaks as far as Colin McBreen. It goes back into Don Mulholland or Don McDonald, and he kicks it up the field. Michael Riley's there for Knockbride. He collects it. Solos toward the halfway line. Still Michael Riley. He's pulled down from behind by Jason. It's a free in. Kicked high. Underneath his Simon Axworthy. Axworthy collects it inside the 13-metre line. It's pushed to the ground. Referee allows play go on. Still Simon Axworthy. His jersey being pulled. The referee has awarded a free in. And Larry's going to take it now. In fact, he's leaving it down. Peter Riley to take it. 2 minutes of normal time remaining. 3 points between the sides. There will be some stoppage time as Peter Riley places the ball at the 13-metre line. He will undoubtedly just tap this one over the bar and reduce the deficit to just 2 points. Peter Riley kicks it left-footed, kicks it high. He kicks it over the bar. One minute of normal time remaining here in Breffni Park as Aaron Donoghue makes his way to the 20-metre line. He's in no hurry whatsoever. 2 points between separating the sides. Knockbride 12 points. Belturbet 2 goals and 8. That's a total of 14 points. Aaron Donoghue's kick out high to the centre of the park. Underneath is Kieran McCaffrey. He fields it and collects it. Going charging forward. The referee judges that he's fouled. It's going to be a free in to the Belturbet man. Just outside the 45-metre line. And Don McDonald will take it, the captain of the Belturbet side. Places the ball, steps back, looks up at the post. McDonald coming towards the ball, kicks it right-footed, kicks it high. He kicks it all the way over the bar, and there's 3 points between the sides here in Breffni Park. Two goals and 9 for Belturbet, 12 points for Knockbride, and there's 3 points between the sides. 30 seconds of injury time already having elapsed here in Breffni Park. It's at the discretion of referee Noel McEnroe from the Munster Connacht Club as to how long he wants to play. The kick out to the centre of the park. The ball breaks. Chasing after it is Liam Lynch. He's fouled and it's going to be a free to the wing half forward. Knockbride, they need the goal lifted to draw level. The ball breaks to Larry. Larry with the ball. Still Larry Riley going forward. Kicks it left footed. Looks for brother Peter. Peter, the ball breaks in behind. Paul Murphy coming out of it. Paul Murphy is fouled. It's going to be a free out to the Belturbet man. Aaron Donoghue places the ball on the 13-metre line. He's in no hurry whatsoever to take this free out. Donoghue's kick out goes out to the centre of the park. But there's no time for any more action here in Breffni Park. Belturbet are the 1995 Meadowview Junior Champions here in Breffni Park. A very exciting junior final. Those 2 goals from the man himself, the hero of the hour, Jason O'Reilly, the right corner forward. He scored 2 goals, 2 goals and 2 points. 2 goals and 1 of that coming in the second half. 2 blistering shots there were. Belturbet had more goal chances, didn't take them. Knockbride fought hard all the way, but like Tyrone last Sunday, very much dependent on Peter Riley up front to take the scores. Final score, Belturbet 2 goals and 9. Knockbride, not 12. From cameraman Tommy Riley and commentator Donal Riley, we bid you farewell from Breffni Park.
we have 13 captain's leads up to the rostrum. And there's a Belturbet Knockbride captain's lead presentation.
I think that nobody will dispute that today that we were worthy winners, and on that note I congratulate and wish them the best of luck in the intermediate championship 1996. I commiserate with Knockbride. They too have been here for a number of years, and again they have failed to capture that title. But no doubt with the number of very talented young players they have, they will be back in the future. So I want to take this opportunity of thanking our sponsors, Belturbet Restaurant and the operator next to Shore. And I will ask them to present the man of the match to Jason Riley. Now gives me great pleasure to present the 1995 Junior Championship Cup to Belturbet captain Donald McDonald. It's been messing around with Belturbet for the last 4 years. And we said we'd bring it back and we have it today. I want to thank our sponsors, Riley. I want to thank all the selectors, trainers, made this all worthwhile and with the relief of us. In the last couple of years now, we started out the training series last 2 or 3 years. Just something to fit into this year. So, thanks lads for everything. I'd like to thank Knockbride for a good hard sport game. We were sitting down there last year and look at much fun and we said we'd be glad. And glad to be there. Go next year. I'd like to say thanks to our trainer, Mark Dollar. A lot of commitment and hard work this year. And we got to come home. Thanks very much. This is Andrew with 3 cheers for the Belturbet Vs Knockbride. We hope we take on this we'll be back next year. Thank Father Brady for all the hard work thank our sponsors, and the United sponsors. Thank you.
Monday night after all the excitement in Breffni Park, but I don't think that silence will last too long. But it does give us an opportunity to talk to some of the people that were involved in the sweet success for Belturbet yesterday, and I think it's only appropriate that we should start with man of the match, and indeed score of 2 goals and also 2 points. What's the feeling today, Jason?
Feeling it is we're drunk at the minute, and we'll go all right through the night, and we'll win the intermediate next year. We're waiting here 58 years, and we're still there.
But surely you're not waiting 58 years.
No, Dad's bag at that stage, and I was there. I was born in '76. There, I was there last year and won it this year for them. Whole team performance.
Right.
Management.
Talk to me for a minute about the match itself. It was one of the better games.
Well, so to say, I didn't see much of the second game and the Meadview looked better from it and than the match anyhow. There was more drink at the Meadview than the match, and we had a better day anyhow than the second match. I seen the first half of the second match, and West Cavan won. That's all we wanted.
Exactly. Well, this will not only look good, but it'll also sound good. Talk to me for a minute now about the goals, the 2 goals. The first one.
The first goal just came. The ball came rolling to me. I just turned and just back in the net and tell the goalkeeper take that one out of the net. Thank you. that was it. It happened so fast, and we were a goal in front anyhow. That's all we wanted.
What about the second one?
The second one, Barry asked for a 1-2, but I said everyone knows here that I don't give a 2 back. I'm very greedy with the ball, so I am, and seen a boy coming across and I just let her rip and told the goalkeeper again, take that ball out in net, please.
And he did what you told him?
Yeah, he did surely, yeah. Barry Lawler got knocked in and he started roaring like a ram. But he was alright, He winked at me, I says, "Are you alright, Barry?" And he winked at me and he says, "I'm alright." So, that's what happened.
Yeah. Do people around here, particularly today, do they link you in any way with the Jason that was taking part in a final the week before?
Yeah, I'm a hat-trick of them Jasons. There's Jason Titley on the Grand National and there's Jason Sherlock. And now there's J.O. in Rory's O'Moore's.
Are you expecting to make the county team after this?
No, not much rush at the minute. So there's not. If they want me to know where I am, 7 horseshoes, Belturbet.
You're hardly a permanent resident here, are you?
Huh?
You're not a permanent resident here?
Well, I'm part
Just for the week?
Just for the weekend. I was part of the staff there for 2 years and served these cunts beer and everything, but tried my best and they gave me shite too. But I had to agree with them every time.
You have nothing else to say, nice, no?
No, everything's quiet at the minute now. The spotlight's on me and like thank all my fans.
So you're talking about this light here now?
All my fans from London, Mickey Lawler. Sean Gorby lost £1,000 last year on me, and Kieran Cavan made fucking £1,000 on me this year, and got a pair of Puma Kings sponsored today due to Mark Lawler because we won the match, yeah, so. Right. And then I'd like to thank Benny Mull, my co-producer and #1 fan, Mick McGinley.
That's it.
That's it, that's all.
All right, he deserves a round of applause.
Yeah, right. Mick McGinley.
Now it's the turn of the chairman here of the club, Jack McGuillian. Jack, first of all, what does a sweet victory like this mean to a place like Belturbet?
Well, it's our first victory since 1937, you know, and this club will grow in stature from here on in. It's like a holy grail to us in a way because we've been trying over the years to go and achieve this victory, you know. And I guarantee you now over the next 5 to 10 years you'll see more Belturbet players on the county team on an ongoing basis. Because our club is structured now at the minute. We have a very good underage coach in Declan Maguire, and the whole club is structured towards success in a big way. And I guarantee you, in a number of years to come, you will see more and more Belturbet players playing from the blue of Cavan. And that is without doubt in my mind. Right? That's what it means.
Right.
You've asked the question, so I'll give you an answer. Right?
A damn good answer you gave
hopefully
too. as
so,
well.
anyway,
Yeah,
you know.
Very good, yeah. Talking about county players, who or when or who was the last county player from this area?
I'm not going to mention any county players from the area from before or in the past, whatever it is, but I guarantee you now in the years to come, right, there's different lads in this team. I won't mention one of them at all, but you will see players from this team, right, achieving the blue of Cavan and leading it in a big way over the years to come, without doubt.
Did you enjoy the game yesterday? It was
Not
quite
one bit.
close.
I never enjoy any game I watch Belturbet playing, especially in the junior final. I always smoke and I hate smoke, and I kind of it's an ongoing sort of saga with me. But I can sort of a Yorkie bar as well from McGinley there, you know. It's yesterday was 25 to 30 Rotmans, and I haven't smoked in 12 months before it again. So it's thank you now. I bought them myself, gave them to you by the way, right? So it's over now, you know. For Belturbet Rory Moors, the winning of a junior championship, it might seem a small thing to most clubs, but to us it was the end of a long ongoing saga. And the medals the boys won yesterday, right, were medals for every fellow who ever played, and any guy who was played down the years, who was a selector or a chairman or whatever it was. Yesterday was at the end of an ongoing saga, and I'm an old player now, ex-player, right, a sunshine player as all the boys say, but I'll tell you one thing, right. The medals the boys won yesterday were for the whole club and everybody over the years who ever played throughout the era of the club since 1937 on. What more can I say than that?
Right, well, just in a nutshell before you go, as chairman of the club, do you have anything to say then to all the people that were associated with this success?
No, I think I've said it all, haven't I?
But anybody outside, like we're talking about the players.
We have players and we have sponsors, we have everybody in concern with the club. We're delighted to go and see everybody here involved with the club. And there's no point in mentioning anybody at all because it's all about a club effort throughout the whole club and all the people from the area who are directly involved in the winning of this championship, right? And all the way down. And there's no point in mentioning one player or one chairman or one selector or one anything else or one sponsor. It's a club effort all the way down. And that's what I want to say.
And you're over the moon.
Oh, I'm delighted. Same thing.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, of course, in this very memorable year, Don McDonald, you're the captain of the side. First of all, tell me, when the final whistle sounded yesterday, did that come as relief to you?
It did, surely. I thought there was a few minutes left, actually, and I couldn't believe it because I thought there would be some injured time as well, and I just looked around and for instance, Barry Lawler was just laying on the flat of his back and taking it all in. I said to myself, that's just what it's all about, because we came here a few times before, and we were all our hands and our heads between our knees, but it was just that few minutes taking it all in that brought it all home, that we were the champions, and it's just about starting to sink in now too, you know.
So live us through it. What happened then, into the dressing room then after that? And
well,
who said what?
Well, in fact, I didn't get to the dressing room for about half an hour because I had a few other engagements with different interviews and that, and I kind of missed the immediate interview, the immediate going into the dressing room. But when we did get back, it was just great. All the past Rorys were in there. They all got in past the gate man eventually, and they had been there so many times before without the cup, but that it was great for them. They came from all over, England, America, Canada, not forgetting them, and it was great for all of them, you know. They really took in that moment more than anybody, and I think we all seen that, you know, it brought it all home to us.
Then it was time for a bit of grub and then coming home. So what was that like coming back here last night?
Well, we had the thing sort of not really organised, but we decided on the spur of the moment to meet outside Cavan and come home in sort of a procession, which was about 2 mile long outside Cavan, and about an hour later we eventually got through Butler's Bridge with a struggle. Burned some bridges there, that's right. And get back to Belturbet and eventually about 3/4 of an hour later, and the reception was fantastic. Everybody was on the street, and cameras, videos and camcorders all was out, and it was just fantastic. It was just 57 years built all into a few minutes. It was just great, you know.
You'll never forget it.
Absolutely, never forget it. Hopefully now it's the start of more to come.
It made up for the defeat of last year.
Well, absolutely. There's been a few defeats in the last 10 years, 3 or 4 defeats that were just numbing actually, and last year especially, when we thought we could win it, and we probably played better at stages last year than we did this year, but I think the last year's defeat carried us through it a lot, through actually yesterday's final. So it was really very sweet.
Okay, Don McDonald.
Well said, Don.
And they say the crack is mighty. Now, Liam McCabe, Secretary of the Minor Board, did you enjoy yesterday? That's a silly question.
Of course I enjoyed it, yeah. I mean, I've been waiting so long for this moment to come, and I mean, I've played in numerous finals for Belturbet and we didn't win anything, and yesterday was just it. It was just a relief of having won something. You know, I mean, it was really great. I'm delighted for everyone concerned. It was just, you know, it's 58 years since we won anything, so the relief was probably the same as it was in Clare. It was just great.
Does it prove once again, you know, that emphasis on underage football is a necessity?
Oh, of course it is, yes. I mean, you look at our team yesterday, so many of them fellas have won at underage. I mean, Mark has brought on most of them young fellas. They have got success at so many levels, 12s, 14s, minors. Of course it proves that you have to have the underage structure. That's what it's all about, the underage structure. You have to have it in every club and even in every county.
This is only day one of the celebrations. How long will this carry on? Going?
Well, it'll probably go on a week or two, but and why not? I'll let it go on till Christmas. So, you know, we've waited 58 years, so, you know, it's a long time to wait.
A lot of people home apparently from overseas for this as well, is it?
No, there is a lot of people from Canada, from England. Michael Lawler went back there about half an hour ago and there was tears in his eyes, but at least he's come back. This time he's happy. He came home numerous times before and we had 1-0. So he's come back this evening. I know he's disappointed going back, but at least he's happy going back, and that's what it's all about.
Exactly. Now, of course, as Secretary of the Minor Board as well, spare a thought for the losers, Knockbride, because they were in touch there on several occasions during the match.
Oh, they were in touch, surely. I mean, it was in the balance up to the last couple of minutes. I mean, Paul Murphy made an interception for Peter Riley, which, you know, I mean, if he had got it, he probably would have scored a goal, which would have levelled the match. I mean, I have great sympathy for Knockbride. I mean, I and all of Belturbet know what it's like. I was talking to Peter Riley after the match and he was in bits. I mean, the tears were flowing out of his eyes. And I said to him, we know what it's like. And they'll probably be back. They have a good enough team to be back. But at the same time, we're delighted. We're not too worried about Knockbride at the minute, you know.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
Liam McCabe, Secretary of the Minor Board. Yes. Kathleen Fitzpatrick.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm mostly known as Kathleen.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm, I suppose, the oldest member here anyhow. There's nobody else I can see around to represent the 1937 team who won this championship. I wasn't married, but my husband of 3 years later was the full back. And we had a great time, celebrated in Ben McGarrigle's, the Dublin house that night later, and had great time. But I don't know, yesterday was really the icing on the cake. That's so long that it had, and I've been waiting so long since, and we went with great expectation. There was years, oh, this is it. But yesterday they pulled it off, and I was proud to be from Belturbet.
You're a fanatic, are you?
Oh, I love football. It's one of my chief interests. Play cards and watch football. That's my life, and I'm retired, of course. And it was great yesterday. I was proud of the boys, one and all. And we came in here last night and had a celebration. And there was a few. There are still 3 around now that should be here tonight. Jack Stewart played on the team, and Eamon MacDonald. And Seamus Dolan was secretary of the club. But after that, they're mostly gone.
This was after 37.
After 37. I think that's about it. They're nearly all. Ben McGarrigle died only roughly about hardly a year ago. He went to Toronto.
Were you living on your nerves yesterday at any stage?
I had all the faith in the world in them. I believed in them yesterday. I knew from the start that they were so enthusiastic that it had to come off. But it was close now. It was I wasn't relaxed at all time, but they did their work.
And you were relieved, of course, when that whistle sounded.
Well, yeah, to a point. Oh, yes, of course, when you're winning and only one kick of the ball could level it again, you're not, if you had 4 points of a lead, you're fairly sure. But 3 points, a goal, and you're draw again. So we did it, and that was it. Came home happy.
And that was the main thing.
That was the main
All right,
thing.
Kathleen Fitzpatrick, thanks for talking to us.
Okay.
Now, first of all, these two fellas that came home from Toronto, I think the first thing they deserve is a round of applause. Maybe you already got that. Alan Henderson and also Tommy White. We'll talk to you first. You are telling the truth that you did come home for the junior final.
Yeah, Jesus, I didn't even know I was coming here a week ago. Then he was going home. He was already home for the All-Ireland. And I said, I got to go too. So here I am. I was sitting in his living room, his sitting room, they call it here, a week ago, 2 weeks ago when he was leaving. And I said, if I go home for that game and the Rorys lose, I'm going to do a Francie Nan and throw myself off the bridge. That's what I said. And when Jason Riley scored that second goal, I knew I wouldn't end up down a crumb.
The bridge was ruled out.
Yeah. Great. So it's a wonderful victory. It's just fantastic. The whole scene, like the parade after the game, coming back into the town, all the years of frustration, all swept away just by these great team of young lads, great team effort that won the game for us. And I'm so delighted to be here. And it was worth coming 3,000 miles for. Worth it to everyone. I'm so glad I came. Thanks again, guys.
And
Up to Rory.
You would agree with that too, obviously, Tommy.
Well, you're quite right there now. I've been home for a lot of finals and I've
played in
gone
a few
back.
too.
And played in a few as well, but unfortunately I never slept for a month after went back after we got beat. But this time I'll sleep every night, so well, thanks be to God. As Archie says now, we've buried the thing. Next year it'll be the intermediate, and the year after, with the help of God, the senior, and we'll be home for them too. So, but I'd like to thank the guys there, the team, and especially the preparation that was put into it. This year, to me, it seemed very, very professional, and they deserve an awful lot of credit, so they do, the people behind the scenes. People that's not talked a lot about is the like of Ollie the Cobbler there and these guys that cannot be done without in the game. Because I'm associated with the game since I was a kid there. And congratulations to everybody, and with the help of God next year we get the intermediate. That's all I've got to say, but thanks, fellas.
That's it. All right,
I would say this is going to become an annual event now.
when are you going back, by the way?
I'm going back on Saturday. Tommy goes back on Friday. Yeah. We got the monkey of our backs now. We're going to climb Everest now.
But you're going to get it hard to break up from all of this.
Something else, when you see Cavan out probably in the National League, Jason will be in there in the corner sticking them in the net too. And that's what we're really looking forward to, because we get the video of every game, so we'll be watching for Jason with that left foot sticking them in by two more every game.
Three more.
Great, yeah.
It's really a big thrill. It's a
It
big
is, of
thrill
course.
for us guys, you know.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then, lads, listen, thanks a million for having
Thank you very much.
Alan Henderson and also Tommy White. Okay. Now, we oftentimes talk about players and older players and younger players. Rory Donoghue, you were playing in the defence. I think you were the last man in the defence in the wing backs. What age are you, first of all?
16. Yep. 16 and 23rd December. I'm 7 days too old for under 16 football this year.
So you weren't in one bit overawed with that big day yesterday?
Oh, no. I enjoyed every minute of it. I was looking forward to it. I was just nervous that morning, but once I got out on the field, I wasn't nervous at all.
But you would have played, I'm sure, in some underage finals.
I played in one underage final, under 17 final last year in Breffni Park. That was the only final I ever played in before.
Were you scared at any stage during the game that it might slip?
No, not at all. I thought that we were in control for the whole hour, that we were going to do it.
Who are the lads you were looking up to, or did you just play your own game?
I was looking up to the likes of Don McDonald, Kieran McCaffrey and Mark Lawler. They were the men that brought me through the final all this year. You know.
What about the lad who were you marking?
Larry Riley.
Larry,
yeah. He's a very good footballer now. He's county minor this year. I seen him playing against Antrim and Down. I was very impressed with him. When I found out I was marking him, I thought I'd have a very hard job ahead of me. Yeah.
Do you believe that this is just phase one now for Belturbet?
Oh yes, definitely. I think now we could go on, get promoted to Division 1 next year, maybe hopefully go for the intermediate championship.
It won't be 58 years again.
No, definitely not. We've some great young players coming on, younger than me, under 12s, under 14s. And I think they will have the ability to win senior championships in maybe 10, 15 years' time. You know.
And you're over the moon about that?
Yeah, I'm delighted.
Okay,
yeah.
Rory, thanks.
Thank you.
Now, Paul Murphy, you were marking what might be described as one of the greater forwards in Cavan in Peter Riley, yet one would have to say that he had a somewhat subdued game. Was that your fault?
Well, I'd like to think it was. I don't know, maybe he was off form that day, but I stuck tight and let him know I was there, and didn't let him away with anything, so I'd hope to think that it was me that sort of stopped him from scoring from play, you know.
Right. Talk to me for a minute about the underage football that you played.
Well, we sort of started off. I started off under 12. I sort of came up from there. Jim Lawler or Jim McEgun brought us up from under 12, and then sort of under Tommy McDwyer, and then from there Mark Lawler took us over from there, and from there it seemed to be no stopping us. All the underage teams that I ever played on seemed to be very successful even last year there. I played on the under 17. We won the final in the Division 3, I think it was, and it was a great thrill to win that. Some of the lads that were playing on the senior team today with me, Rory Donoghue and Jason Riley and Aaron Donoghue, lads like them, they were playing in this final, this junior championship final. I thought it was great to be there with them, and after last year and everything. I thought last year's final, I thought lads like us and put together with the more senior players on the team, I thought we could do it. I thought we were the better team, but it didn't seem to come together. But this year it seemed to all work out.
Well, they say sometimes you have to lose one before you win one, though it didn't work that way for Knockbride.
No, I don't know. Losing a final is a it's not something you relish. I wouldn't like it at all now. I felt very sorry for the Knockbride players there Sunday. I really could feel for them, because last year's final was a really heartbreaker, you know. Like, I mean, something that you don't want to do again, and hopefully you never have to do it again. But maybe we did learn from it, and this year we seem to come out much more confident and prepared for it, and we did prepare well for it. But I think it was all worthwhile in the end, though.
They're listening to you very tight. Did you notice that?
I don't know.
Anyway, you'll absorb this success, obviously, for the weeks and months to come.
Oh yeah, I'll sort of take this in, and when we get over this one, hopefully we'll stride on from there and not stop at that. I think it was sort of a hurdle we had to get over, this junior championship sort of stigma. The stigma attached to it, this 58-year thing, it's only it's a joke, really. You know, now it's nothing to be afraid of. I think the team that we've got now can go on and stride forward to anything they really want. I mean, they can. The intermediate, I mean, it's really nothing to them. I mean, we've nine under 21 players this year. I mean, there's no stopping us, you know.
Well, certainly the 58-year thing is a joke now, but up until Sunday it wasn't a joke. That's a great performance from the centre half-back, Paul Murphy, all right? You too, of course, came home, Alan Small. You came the long distance for the junior. What a journey to come for a junior final.
It was brilliant. I've been waiting for years for this, and when we arrived, I planned this about 3 months ago, knowing the date of the final, and of course, never expected to be in it. And the fact that we made it was just made my whole holiday. It's just simply a marvelous weekend. Unbelievable.
You must have been very optimistic about it if you planned it 3 months ago, because I don't know if round one had even been played at that stage.
Well, the date of the final, as I understand, was going to be around this time, and that's the way I planned it, hoping it would happen. And I was simply amazed when it happened. I found out the date of the final, and it was right in the middle of my holiday, actually 2 days after I arrived, and I couldn't wait. It was the last 2 weeks in Toronto waiting to get here was just like waiting for Santa Claus, you know. And it was just a brilliant final, unbelievable. The lads played great, and never seen anything like it. Hope to take home this video and show it all the boys in Canada. You know, all those Longford men that we hang around with over there, and they'll all see it, and it's just a brilliant day.
A brilliant day, and for you in particular, it's a dream come true, isn't it?
It's a dream, you know. 57 years ago, I believe, is the last time we won it, or something like that. And my uncle, or granduncle, Paddy Small, was
might be 58. Somebody said we'll not fight over a year now at this stage.
Paddy Small was the trainer at that time, and he used to rub snake oil on the boys. And I guess it takes a bit of time for it to work, because it took 58 years for it to happen, you know. But it's been a marvelous day. Don't want to go back now. Don't want to go back, you know.
When is that going to happen?
Whenever the party's over, and I think it'll be about 2 weeks, you know. Just brilliant, unbelievable time.
There could be an extension out of that party.
Like they have in the pubs, there'll be another extension. Yeah, great.
Much or any Gaelic football where you come from?
Oh yes, in Toronto there's about 6 or 7 teams, and they play in the park every Sunday, and they'll all know about this victory when we get back. Tommy White and Algie Henderson will make sure of that, and it's going to be a great time when we get back. The memories when we look at the video, and we'll sit down every now and again and look at it and bring back memories, and we were looking at it when we're old men. Not that we're that far away from it now, but you know, we'll be looking at this for years to come. There'll be great memories watching this. Just a beautiful thing.
It's great. Success is great, in particular for the locals, but it's that bit more special for immigrants, you know. And even yesterday in Breffni Park, I got a call from a fellow in Germany, wanted to know who won the second match. I have bad news from them.
No. Well, who won the second match? It was Templeport won it by what? 114 or 214? 114 to 7 points or something like that. But we'll have this video back in Canada, and we'll show all the dubs, you know, and everybody will be glad to see it. And there's a lot of Belturbet people in Canada, and they'll... Oh, that's right. They all came through the town on the way. Yeah. You were down there today, weren't you? Yeah. Lovely Canadian accent. Brian Mulrooney will get this when we get back. I'm sitting here awful nervous, you know. 3 pints of me is not enough. I need a couple of Black Bush, you know. But this is brilliant. It's the best week I've ever had in Belturbet, and we're only into 2 days of it, you know. It's a great time, and I hope this party goes on for a week. And it will, I think.
And make the best of it.
I will indeed. Right. Thanks very much.
Well, of course, Mark Lawler is not only a player, but he's also a manager and a trainer, so he was a busy man, and certainly did a job and did it very well yesterday. But I suppose you're one of the first people that would agree with me that it wasn't exactly you that done it.
No, it wasn't exactly me, and the job didn't start yesterday. The job started for 25 or 30 of us on the 29th of January. We started training. And we started training with the aim in mind that we'd be in the final in September. And it paid off yesterday, and every one of the lads, including myself, were all part of it.
Many matches had you in all during the competition?
Our first match was against Kildallan. We were 7 points up, and we let them back into it, and we were lucky to get a draw. Our second match was against Kill. We didn't play well, but we won it. Our third match was against Shannon Gales, go through to the semi-final. Quarter-final. Who did we play in the quarters? Dungoon. We played Shannon Gales to go through to the quarter-final, and Aaron Dunning made a great save with about 5 minutes to go, put us through to the quarter-final. It took 2 matches in the quarter-final to get us into the semi-final. We played bad, we won them, we were through. We played Motherhore in the semi-final, after a struggle at the start, we won it fairly well. And many matches, that's 5 or 6 matches.
Right. And even looking back to the one this weekend, the final, in the first 10, maybe or 12 minutes, would you agree with me that perhaps you were struggling at that stage, and then once you got on top, your tails were up?
No, I wouldn't really agree. I never believed we were struggling. We missed a goal and 2 points in the first 5 minutes, and I was a wee bit worried about that because I've seen us missing them before in finals. But once we settled down, I just felt that everything was going all right after 10 or 15 minutes. Once we got 2 or 3 points on the scoreboard, and Don started to hit a few frees, and Cavan Walsh got a great point, and we just got a few good scores.
So what was the mood like in this place last night and all day, all this Monday? The normal mood, of course, after success. There's such a difference in winning and losing.
The bottom line is that little baby here. Once you have that in your presence, that's what counts. Nothing else matters. And I believe of all the things that we've done all year, the mood started here on Saturday night. We had a players' meeting here Saturday night. We drank a few pints together and we watched matches of the day together. And we went there yesterday together to win the match and we won it. And everything just went nice, according to plan.
Do you have a word for your players and the people that worked along with you?
I'm very happy for all the players, and there was 7 or 8 or 9 young fellas there that I was very happy for, and they're very lucky to win matches in the first year or two. But there's 3 or 4 players like Don McDonald and Barry and Gavin's there a good while. That it would have been a crying shame to see after all the effort they put in, to see them going with a lot of other players that have gone past, like Tommy White and Eamon Nedo, Shamey Minogue, all them lads that went by, and Jim McElcone that never got medals. It'd been a shame to see Don McDonald going through his career and join the club and get no medal. Sean Martin and Vincey McCarron were a great help. Sean was new blood into the club. Vince was there been a while. Vince is shrewd, very cute, and Sean brought a bit of life into it, and it changed the thing around a bit, and it was just great. Everything went according to plan. But I don't know whether Jack speak. This club wouldn't be here tonight. We would not be doing as well as we're doing. The inspiration behind this whole club for the last 18 months or 20 months is Sean McGuigan, who is pushing everything, doing everything well, doing everything professionally, and everybody in this club owes a gratitude to Sean McGuigan for the way he has put this club on the ground.
Okay, could I just ask, is Sean Martin here? Is he here tonight?
Sean's here. He's gone home to collect the wife. He might be back later on.
Because yesterday was a very special day for him in
Sean,
other ways.
a big day for Sean, yeah. Templeport, he was born and reared in Templeport, and we got him drifted into Belturbet this year, and he's a happy man this evening. I saw Sean this evening now, and he was the happiest man we had here this evening. He had a double.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Lawler.
Thank you very much.
Sweet Marie, sometimes they say, Benny, but certainly this was sweet victory for Belturbet.
Very sweet in that for me, as a player, chairman and PRO, it's been the 7th final I've been in, and to win one, it's all about winning. You know, and we've lost 6 finals in my time, and to win one was just totally sweet. I just want to say to all that have been involved in the team, I've seen Mark Lawler was elected team manager this year, and Mark has been through it all, through many years of underage, under 14, under 16, minor, all the way up. And I knew going there yesterday that the feeling was right. We've been there so many times, lost so many finals, and going there and winning one was just something special.
Did frustration ever set in at any stage over the years with all those losses, if you like, in finals?
No, I always believed I've listened to many men and said, Belturbet will never win a final, and we have done it. We've done it at last. I always believed that someday. I always said I'll die happy when Belturbet win a championship. I will die happy now.
All right, Benny Garvey. Listen, thanks a million. Thanks for talking. Well, this part of the programme has come into a conclusion, but I'm sure that the celebrations will continue for many an hour and indeed many a day to come. And you'll be part of them, Paddy Riley, and I'm sure in 1995 you'll treasure that, though you can look back to Butler's Bridge as well, I suppose.
Well, I know that the night's coming to an end, all right, and someone picks up the tab, and I was delighted, all right. I will be definitely looking forward to it, surely, in the years to come, and I enjoyed this final as much as any final. No doubt about it. I was glad to sponsor them. I was glad to see them win it, and I knew they were going to win it. I felt this year was their year, all right. Because when you go round and you talk to mothers of young fellas playing with the club, and the mothers turn around, like we had a great manager this year, like a manager that the young footballers looked up to. And when you hear the mothers saying like they'd love to see them win it for Mark Lawler's sake, that's great. That's club spirit. That's what wins, and that's what won for us. Last year, we should have won. We didn't win. We weren't disappointed. I suppose we had 3 maybe in last year's final that experienced losing the final. This year we had 14. This year, so you have to lose the final to win one. They learn by losing, and Belturbet certainly learned by losing. It was great. It was the best day's enjoyment I've had in years and years.
How long are you in Belturbet?
Too long, for my own sake, not for Belturbet's sake. But 1962 I came to Belturbet. 1965 I joined the Belturbet club. I'm 30 years with the Rory Moors.
And you're looking after them well?
Well, sure. Someone has to pick up the tab, and I was delighted to pick up the tab. Gave me great pleasure in picking up the tab. I was with Butler's Bridge when they won the first championship ever, and lucky I was with Belturbet when they won the second championship ever. Belturbet waited 58 years on it, and Butler's Bridge waited a long time on it. 1963 when they won the first one.
In one way it's a reward for you, because I mean after all you were there in the lean years too.
I was there in the lean years, but you have to mix the good with the bad to get the best. That's what it's all about.
How did you live through the match?
The nails is very short. It was nail bite. We'll leave it at that.
Have you anything else to say now before you go?
I'd have loved to have been able to jump out and take the linesman's flag down. That's all I'd have to do. But I didn't. I held my temper. I'd have done it. In my day, that's what we'd have been doing. He's a great muscle in his arm. He held it up for a long time, like I mean, before the umpire, one of the umpires drew his attention to the referee.
You enjoyed the whole thing, though?
Immensely. It's only starting. It's only starting.
All right. Paddy Riley.
Thank you.
We'll leave the last words perhaps to one of the people who was involved with the running of the team, or a selector, Vincent McKieran. And Vincent, a great day for you.
Yeah, a very good day, all right. The whole team played well in the day, and we're just very happy now to win that match yesterday.
You plotted the downfall of Knockbride. Would that be true to say that?
Well, we put certain players on some of their players, for more or less to mark them, and worked on the day, you know.
The experience and the youth. Now, talk to me for a minute about the youth. They showed up very well for you.
Yeah, we have a lot of young fellas, especially the whole half-back line was very good. They're all under 20 years of age. They were very good all through. And then Jason Riley is 19 too, and he's very good player. So we have plenty of good players, young players coming up all the time, which is a good sign of a club, you know.
You'll be moving up now, of course, into the intermediate ranks. Will that be a little bit tougher, do you think?
Oh yeah, we'll be. But we play most of those teams in Division 2 anyway, you know, in the league, so we know most of them. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next year.
Were you on edges at any stage during the game?
All through the game, till the final whistle, we were surely on edge. Very much so. It was never got far enough ahead to be really happy, you know. So that's it.
Was it 3 points? Was it
3 points, 2-9 to 12 points.
Yeah. Well, a 3-point lead is much better, as you know, than 2 with minutes to go.
A 4-point lead is much better.
It's that little bit better.
Yeah, it is, surely. It'll have it easier on you, I know it.
Indeed. Overall, in a nutshell, in your own opinion, what exactly does it mean to Belturbet to have won this junior final?
Well, after 58 years, it's a tremendous lift. We've been trying there for the last 10 years. We've been in 5 finals and lost 5, or lost 4. This is our 5th one and won it, so it's a great lift to the town, and it's a great lift to the players alone after trying so hard for a couple of years there.
And the final score once again?
2-9 to 12 points.
2-9 to 12 points. They'll never forget that one, Vincent McKiernan. Thanks for talking to us. All right.
I'll try it.
Will we? Are you sure? Huh? Will we call it off?
I'll pay a tribute to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but goalkeepers always look after one another.
Yeah.
This is Benny. We have to be careful the way we say this.
Yeah.
Benny Henry now, not Lenny Henry. Benny Henry.
Benny, yeah.
You were the goalkeeper in '67, was it?
That is right, yeah. I went in with a clean sheet, and in league or championship, they hadn't one got by me. But a tribute to this team of this year, 1985, I will pay a tribute to Aaron Donohoe, who, and not alone, he didn't even lay in a goal, but his kick out was over 60 yards out. Most of that Belturbet team are on the under-21 panel, which I am joint manager of. And I think that there's going to be great success for the Belturbet in the future years. Thank you.
Would you say that now if they had lost yesterday?
No, I wouldn't, because I know that these young fellas, they are well capable of playing football. Most of them has won underage football, and they have been playing there. And I know from being with them in the under-21 that they're a brilliant team, brilliant lads to play with. Or I'm sorry, I didn't play with them, but when you tell them, they'll do it. And that is how I think that it is with them.
Have you a lad called Michael?
That's right, yeah. A son of mine. Yeah, he's a referee. Yeah, that's right.
How many years did you play with Belturbet?
I don't know. I won a junior championship with Butler's Bridge in '63, and then as I moved to Belturbet along with Paddy Rayleigh and Michael, we threw in our lot with Belturbet. We lost the championship in '67. I played up until '73. So 7 or 8 years I played with Belturbet.
Who are the forwards you oftentimes dreaded when you were in the goals yourself?
Well, the man with the ball was always the dread man. And what other way? Huh? Jenny Cusick, of course, he was a terror.
What do you mean by a terror?
Well, he'd always put you the wrong way. You know, he'd be coming in, you'd be going to take him, and next he just sidestep you and goodbye.
And were you any good?
Me? I'm not sure. I did my best, that's all. But I'd be nothing to the goalkeeper that's there today, Aaron Donohoe. Aaron Donohoe, where are you? I left me hat to you, Aaron Donohoe. He's a great goalkeeper. He's a goalkeeper that could lift Sam yet. I think so.
Well, listen, fair play to you. Had you many jars today?
Huh?
Had you many jars?
Oh, I hadn't one.
Sure, everyone had a few. They might as well.
Of course we had.
Or almost everybody.
Of course we had.
Enjoy it while the going is good. Benny, thanks a million for talking to us. Benny Henry, that was. Maybe we'll start with... He's not listening. He is. Now he's back. You're all right. I know you're a bit off tune today.
True enough, a kind of horse too after the whole lot. There's no real lost of voice. But I'll tell you, Michael, we're definitely waiting on this day. 60 years. And we're overdue it. But yes, it was a great win for football. And as long as football won, our boys could always play football, and yesterday we won it, and at long last we'll come back. Thanks be to Jesus, put it that way. At long last.
That's not putting a tooth in it.
Not really, no, because you can see by the day, this is the start of celebrations. It'll definitely go on a week or maybe more. But I think it's waiting so long. We knew we had teams and we bet, you know yourself, we bet last year. People say we bet on the field, we bet on the lane, but we bet anyway. We bet umpteen years with good teams, but we bet. And every year we knew we should have won a championship, but we never did. Now we've won a championship. I think it's only the start of the celebration, but it's overdue. No doubt about it.
Right. This now or the All-Ireland medal that you won a couple of years ago, which is the sweetest?
Oh, do they? The Rory's. The club is always the close to the heart. That's where you start playing your football. That's where you learn your game. That's what you want for all the time you're playing football is the club. Without a doubt, you want the club to win all the time. As the club, to me, has always been the main one. No doubt about it. Oh, no doubt about it. Winning with the club.
Is there more in this team?
Oh, without it's all a bit of doubt. There's boys even talking here tonight about an All-Ireland Club Championship. In this team, you're talking about an average age of 23. You're talking about the Intermediate Championship next year. To win that is only senior after that. And there's not a mile of good teams in Senior Championship either. As I told John Dwyer one night, he said he had a good team in Cavan that didn't win the Championship of the year. There's not all that great teams in Senior Championship. There's not a whole pile of difference in any team in the county of Cavan. And totally convinced. If you have a young team, you've got a good backroom staff, you've got a lot of people out committed to the club this year, and maybe in the last 3 years you could say. It hasn't just happened this year. So I'm convinced now this team, keeping it right, we win an All-Ireland Club Championship within half dozen years. Hopefully, anyhow.
Right. We'll move from father to son. Ian, does he influence everybody in the house like that?
I don't know. Sometimes he's a big head, you wouldn't get through the door, but like, being 23, he won a championship, senior championship when he was 23, so it was sweet for me winning it when I was 23. I thought it was something like deja vu, like when I got injured, because like in the intermediate final in '99, I was only maybe a youngster playing at 18 on that team, and I got injured and we went off and we lost. So I was hoping to God that the same thing wouldn't happen again, and thanks be to God, we did it on the day. It's absolutely great feeling, you know.
But not only that, it was a great game. It certainly was a great game to look at, and there was a great crowd there.
Well, if you look at Belturbet, people maybe say we're a soft team, we're a soft touch, hit us hard and we'll fold on the day. But we were up for the day, like, and we weren't going to lose no matter what happened. And we brought that cup home and we deserved it, I think. It was brilliant.
And the celebrations will continue, and deservedly so.
Sure, it was 60 years since we last won it, like a person in Clare said, like, it might be another 60 years before you win it, but I don't think so with this team. Like, we're a very young team, and like myself, I won an under-16 championship and league medal, like, with an under-16 team. Fair play to Liam McCabe, he brought us through the ranks, like. So, and Kieran McCaffrey there was on the team, so like, you always have to have good underage to have a good senior team, and that's what we are doing at the moment.
It was the best Sunday you had in a while, I would have thought.
Oh, definitely. Like, after, like, as I'd say, I'm an old man of the team, maybe a 23 on this team, like, and it was great after losing the intermediate final when it was maybe some of the fellas' ages there of 18, but it's brilliant.
All right, Ian and Tony. In Belturbet for many and many a day to come. They'll enjoy it for the time being. That will continue in Belturbet football after being, well, I suppose in the doldrums for so long, very much back on the map. And junior champions in 1995 having disposed of Knockbride, 2 goals and 9 points to 12 points.